What's our show called?
Come play with Al and Jay.
No.
At home with Al and Jay.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to episode 2 of Cooking with Al and Jay. Today we are attempting a recipe called Simple Homemade French Bread. Just excited to make some warm, delicious bread on this fine 93-degree day.
First step is we're going to activate our yeast. So we have this yeast here and we have water that we have made sure is 105 degrees.
Hold on.
Give or take.
Do you think I need to
I
put...
think we need to put a little bit more.
Okay, take 2.
Third time's a charm. Okay. 105.
We're at 100, 104. Oh no, it's way too hot.
No.
We're at 111 already.
Okay.
Why is it still so hot?
Just put in cold water. I feel like if we give it.
Okay, we're just gonna wait. So once you have the water, which we do, clearly we are not prepared with anything that we need right now. So next we need to put in 2 1/4 teaspoons of traditional or instant yeast. Okay, combine water with yeast and let bloom for 10 minutes. Yeah, we'll call this. It's like 107 right now, so I'm just gonna. Should we mix it? Just combine.
Yeah. So Alice and I have waited about 10 minutes and we've noticed that the yeast is starting to activate by bubbly, getting all fun and active here. Okay, so we realized that when we put our yeast and our water together, we mixed it. Not necessary, don't need to do that. Just let it do its thing. So we're gonna see if it works. If it doesn't, we're gonna blame it on that. So now that our yeast is active, we're gonna put in half a cup of flour and a teaspoon of salt.
Okay, that's like roughly half a cup.
That's roughly half a cup. Okay, now we're going to use our teaspoon of salt here.
Okay, now we're whisking it.
And now we're whisking it.
Whisking until smooth. A lot of bubbles. I don't know if that's good or bad.
Now that we've whisked it all together, we're going to add
It's very liquidy.
the 2 additional cups of flour.
Much harder. Okay, 2 cups. Put it all in.
2 cups, throw it all in. We're going to stir it together until a dough forms.
How magical.
Right. Stirring the dough together here.
Very not doughy. My arm hurts. Okay, so we've got our clean hands. We just washed them. And should probably take off all the things I'm wearing on my wrist. And now we are going to smush it
Form a
together.
ball. Smush it, knead it.
Oh, it's really warm.
Trick here is to not over or underwork it.
Which we don't know what either of those would be like, so that's why it's so tricky.
We'll let you know if we find out.
I want to take it out.
Look at those crumblies.
There's a lot of,
A lot of crumblies.
yeah. Okay, you think that's enough?
That's the trickle.
Okay, I think it's fine. It's not very sticky,
Yeah,
so
it's good.
we
Okay.
really don't need more. I don't think this is right.
It looks very flaky.
It's really crumbling.
It's very flaky. It's come together quite nicely here.
It's definitely formed a cohesive ball. I mean, I wouldn't say it's like stretchy or anything, but
Yep. So now that Al's got it nice and cohesive, we're going to put it into a clean bowl. And we're going to let it rest for about 15 minutes.
It has been 15, actually more like 20 minutes.
It has been, yeah. It's got a nice stick to it, I would say.
Now we're supposed to knead it.
What is the technique? No idea.
You're supposed to knead it
Correct.
for 10
So now
to
it's done.
15 minutes. I think it's more like a push.
It's more of a push. What was I doing? I was kind of
Like a twist.
I had a twist. More of a
I
push
need
than a
to
twist.
sit up.
Yeah.
Okay, it's done.
It's done.
This is beautiful.
We've been kneading for about 9 minutes. We do need just a minute or two more. And we're gonna put it back into the bowl. How would you describe the texture?
Kind of something you like to play with.
It doesn't really
Kind of
help.
squishy. Not very sticky at all.
No.
Not sticky. If it's supposed to be sticky, then we're failing, but this bad boy is not sticky at all. We're gonna put it in
Back in the bowl.
back in its little house for like an hour now.
Yeah.
And it's supposed to be kept in a warm location. The recipe said if it wasn't warm in your house to put it in the oven with the light on, with the oven off, and that would produce enough heat. It's 80 degrees in our house right now, so I'm thinking it's gonna be perfectly fine, not in the oven. Okay, well it's been exactly 1 hour as of right now. So we just unveiled our dough and it has definitely grown quite a bit. We'll knead it a little bit more right now and then cover it and then do the same thing, let it rise for another hour. It has now been another hour and we have got quite a fluffy dough here. So the next step is we're going to take it out. Oh, we have to punch it down and then it's gotten sticky again. What a surprise. Okay, so we've got our 4 sections and now I'm not going to roll, I'm just going to pull them. These are going to be so cute.
I'm gonna roll it.
So here's our first one.
Like a little loaf.
Okay. And then the next thing we're gonna do is cover it with a warm, damp towel for
45 minutes.
45 minutes. So we will see you 45. They've been rising for over 45 minutes now, more like an hour. We're gonna slash them and then preheat the oven and get these bad boys cooking. I'm gonna do diagonal slices. Okay, so we are ready to put it in the oven, preheated to 450. Our sad bread though hasn't really done so well in the last little bit. I'm gonna put these in and then there's also a separate pan in here that I'm gonna throw about a cup of water in and it's supposed to steam it. So hopefully I don't singe my eyebrows off. I'm very scared. I mostly poured it on the bottom. In the oven. Okay, we took our bread out of the oven just now. They were in for about 24 minutes, which might have been too long because they are very, very hard. So we're gonna let them cool and then we'll see. Hopefully they are not just little bricks of dough.
Yeah,
It's like everything I've ever wanted for bread.
There's a lot of bread to it.
There's a lot of bread to this bread.
It's really good, Al.
Crispy on the
We
outside.
definitely gotta make this again.
Boy, that's good bread.